Hey guys, it's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. How are you doing today, Today we're going to talk about our favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a cool topic for ourselves today, so let's literally dive right on into it. What is our cool topic for today? Our cool topic for today: can older people like me, people who are in their later 50s, 60s, and older, are they going to be able to learn this AI? And what is the attraction? What is the excitement behind AI? And why people are afraid and scared? I'm going to tell you what, guys. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm your sales guy. Give me a thumbs up and please share. I got a lot of videos on all kinds of topics when it comes to selling. And for me, myself, at first when I heard about AI, I was all scared and all kinds of stuff. But I started doing a little bit of research, and I'm a person who I'm a creator. I like to create content, videos on, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I like to create, materials. And over the years, I've been able to formulate and get all kinds of information. I got over 1,000 videos on every topic that you can imagine when it comes to selling: the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. But I also got in the back of my mind for about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I don't know. It's been a while. I started writing a book about, my adventures, things that I'm interested in, and so forth. And, I get to a point and I get a little stagnated. I got all this stuff inside of me, all these videos and all these things. And I know that I'm very creative, but I need help. And I prayed, God, help me. I need some help. And AI just, it's weird. About a month and a half ago, a couple of months ago, I started saying, well, maybe I need to learn a little bit about this AI. I don't know why. I guess because I saw stuff on the internet or on the news or something about it. And I got kind of intrigued. And about 2 years ago, I had a friend of mine. I was working, helping people, with admissions going to a college, a trade school. And he mentioned and talked to me about AI, and I saw it, and I didn't see it for what it was. What it does for people like me: if you have an artist bent, which means you have a mind and you're kind of artistic, you like maybe writing, maybe you like music, maybe you like art, maybe you just like drawing, maybe you like creating all different types of things. Well, this is for you. AI is a vehicle that can help you in your business to be able to do emails. You can do creative marketing ideas. You can do all kinds of book writing. You can do chapter books. You can do kids books. You can do adult books. You can create businesses, ideas. There's just unlimited amount of things that can be created by AI. And your brain. See, it only understands what quality of information you put into it. If you kind of leave it vague, you're going to get a vague answer. But see, you can learn. And so what I've learned is I started being able to create these books and these ideas and all these things that I'm coming up with. And what I've done is I've started using Chatgpt to help me to organize the information, offer other ideas. Plus, with this Chatgpt, it can follow your style. Because I have so many transcripts and so many videos and so many pages of information that I've wrote, I just put it into my Chatgpt on a particular subject that I'm interested in creating a book about, or creating an idea or whatever. And what it does, it takes my style and I ask it to write complete paragraphs. I always ask it, can you please create this particular scenario? And you want to give it as much information, guys, especially if you're a person who wants something really detailed. Now, if you need something that's kind of vague, it is really good at doing a little research and stuff. But remember, plagiarism is not a good thing. They say, there are some people who don't know, and there are platforms like Amazon and these other platforms that they're going to be able to look at what you are writing. And if it's 90% AI or 50% AI, it may not pass muster. So they do request that if you're smart and you're wanting to be a book writer, you can write a book. But see, what you want to do is you can create paragraphs and information, and then you can change it. You can change up on it. And at the end, you can end up having a book that's mostly your information because you're rewriting things. And it's just a helpful tool to be able to help you. It's not meant to write your books. Now, there's some people, they'll just let it completely write their books. Now, there's some kind of art books and stuff that you can do that, drawing books and stuff that you can use AI. But remember, plagiarism, it ain't a good idea. And see, for people who are my age, a lot of times people get kind of a little bit of afraid. People are not used to changes. You know, I'm 60 years young, and when I grew up, we didn't really have computers that we even saw. So, you know, we had a calculator that was really like, whoa, when I was a kid. And then, you know, technology's evolved. And I've been, you know, going back to school, training, learning. And people always ask me, when are you going to learn? When are you going to be done learning? I ain't. I'm always green and growing. I'm not ripe and rotting. So this tool, I'm just so excited about it. And the reason why I'm so excited about AI, GPT, Chatgpt, is it's letting me pull out my third eye. You're probably, what? Third eye? Yeah, it's like it has, once it knows who I am and I talk to it and give it information and go back and forth on things that I'm interested in, things that I like, it's able to create the rhythm and personality that I have. I love that. And it's able to articulate things and make me see all different types of things to be able to even create a book. Maybe you need to create a title for a book. Maybe you got ideas, or maybe you've got a book report, or maybe you got all these different things in a business that you're getting ready to have to get up in front of people and do all kinds of talking and talking about money and financing and business stuff. And AI can kind of help you. It can walk you through the process. But I'm going to say one thing, guys. Fear, false evidence, appearing real. Yeah, we're in for a big change. Things are changing everywhere you look. I'm sorry. It's like, you know, even when I was a kid, from the last 60 years, we've evolved. We went to the moon. We've been out in space. We've had so many different situations. People used to be so sensitive about color. People are like myself. I don't see color. I was brought up in North Carolina as a kid. We weren't allowed to see color. We were able to treat people kind based on their character and their personality. And it's the same for you guys. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Now, I ain't going to say everybody likes me, and I'm not going to say I like everybody, because not everybody's personality is perfect. You know, some clash. And I'm a smiley face kind of person. You know, I wear a smile on my arm every day to remind me. And I usually wear a button, except for I'm at my side hustle right now and I usually wear a smiley face pen. And the reason being is because I want people to know that I'm a happy person. And AI, like I said, it will emulate your personality when you want to create a book, some type of document, any kind of things. If you're wanting to just list, if you want to get a list of how to lose weight, what type of foods, there's just so many great things. And I haven't been this excited about a service or a product. Now, I heard about it 2 years ago, but I didn't get it. Now it's 2 years later, and I get it. I see it. I'm like, oh crap! It is for people who are artist type minded people who are creative people. And everybody has to create documentations for work, school, and it's just another tool for us to use. They have multiple tools too. So you can do reels on, YouTube. You can do these different types of reels with all these personalities, all these characters. You can create animation. My son's a musician. He goes by Baby Punk, and he's really good. And I create flyers for him based on pictures that I introduce. I haven't been this. I sold electronics. I sold Apple computers back when they first came out, back in the 90s, the ones that were colorful. And also, I sold the last DOS computers. You go, what is that? That's the technology, the way it communicated, and that was like green screens. It was terrible. But when Windows came out on computers back in 1996, 7, I can't remember, but 5 could be around that time frame. I sold those computers, and I was like, wow, I can actually use a computer now. And then when the internet came out, oh my gosh, and when Google came out, oh my gosh, and when all these technologies where you can ask questions, it's amazing. AI is just like that. But the difference is we're going to be a different world in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years. And you either jump on board or you don't. I highly recommend to anybody at any age start learning the basics and the fundamentals to AI, Chatgpt. I highly recommend it for this one reason. Some people, they think it's like Google where it's just going to talk and it's going to give an answer. No, it's more like a professor that you didn't know you had in your brain that has all this information that you want, and you now have the capability to get it. All you have to do is prompt it, ask the right questions. You can ask ChatGPT, can you give me a list of the most important prompts I need to be able to talk to you and communicate, to be able to share what I'm interested in? You got to talk to it. You got to do your due diligence. I'd say watch some cool Chat-GPT videos, talk about basics, and then that way you can sit there, make sure you have your computer on, watching it on your phone, and you're going through the prompts. It's like it really is, guys, not hard. What it is different. It is something new. And then when I mean new, something that ain't been out 5-10 years to me is new. Something that's changing people's lives and changing the world, changing visually everything we see. It's new. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley, guys. I'm not new, but I sure am new to ChatGPT and knowledge and learning. I get so excited. It's like I haven't been this excited over a product and since, like I said, when Windows came out back in the 90s, and that's been a while ago. And man, I'm gonna tell you what, you talking about when email came online, it was like, woo, it changed the world. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking to be a part of the world and do a good job. My God's an awesome God. He gave me, I said, God, I need help. You know, for a year I've been praying, God, help me with these books, or maybe for years I've been asking to help me. And I got a lot of information. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of videos created, but now I'm able to consolidate my ideas, information, no plagiarism, rewrite stuff, create stuff, and be able to share it in formats on Amazon, and be able to sell books, be able to just, you know, do something. And if you have something inside of you that you need to get out, AI is an extension. Remember I said about the third eye? They used to talk about that inner eye. They say we only use less than 10% of our brain. Some will use a lot less. Okay. And then if we want to experience newness, don't be afraid. Please. I don't care how old you are. Just think about it. Just a few years ago, we didn't have email and texting. I used to say, I'll never text. Yeah, right. So we have to evolve. And my name is Gary Lee Stanley. I'm your sales guy. And today we just had a wonderful conversation about, you know, why I use AI as a salesperson. What's the benefit? How's it going to help me in writing my books? How's it going to help me to be successful? And my art bent, is it helping me with my passion? You have to find your passion. You have to communicate that passion. And if it's bottled up inside of you, now you got a tool that, like myself, it's like, oh my gosh, I can do, oh my gosh, you can do that. Oh my gosh, I can learn about every type of subject and anything that I'm interested in. And I'm able to create content to help people create books, ebooks, and just all kinds of materials, because I don't want to be afraid. I want to be a part. I need to learn technology. I need to embrace in technologies. You know, and if you're an older person, please, I don't care if you're 70, 80 years old, 90 years old. If you have somebody who can sit there with you and kind of walk you through the basic process, and you've got an open mind to where you can learn, I promise you, AI, ChatGPT, and these other resources are going to change our world, and it's going to make it even better for those people who evolve. So let's get off our lazy butts. Let's learn something, because you're never too old to learn. How do you teach an old dog new trick? You take away their food. You take away their fun. You take away their freedom. So right now we're kind of stuck. People are scared. So don't be afraid. Embrace ChatGPT. Do your research. Watch some videos on YouTube and just start. and download it, get it on your phone, your computer. I pay like $20 a month for the best one that I can afford. They got a free version, but see, I create a lot of material, so I need a lot more help. So do yourself a favor, get some research, enjoy your day, and don't forget to tell them who sent you. Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And what was our topic? AI as a salesperson or any business, how can it help us as any kind of person, a student, a grown person, old person, man, woman, child? You'll see. Just check it out. And remember, don't be afraid. You got this, okay? So enjoy your day, okay? And remember, Chatgpt, man, it'll change your life. It'll be good, okay? Make that money, honey. All right. Write in that book.